Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse today, April 1st, 2026. Now, at 11, there's going to be the Luigi Mangione status conference. We're going to do absolutely our best. This is to decide when the federal trial will happen. There's a big competition between Justice Caro in the New York State, who had the 9-day suppression hearing, hasn't ruled on that yet, and Judge Garnett. Judge Garnett probably thinks she's not competing. She's the feds. So we'll see. We'll be doing that at 11. But also at 11, although the jury is not meeting today in Live Nation, Judge Subramanian yesterday announced a hearing, and it's triggered by Inner City Press's request that letters that were mentioned in court on Friday that had been submitted to him last Thursday should be docketed. Seems like a no-brainer, but one of the subjects of the letter, Mr. Rick Mueller, formerly of AEG, has written in. He did it by email to the judge. He didn't want, anyone to see it, but the judge endorsed it and gave this hearing. He's arguing that under the California Constitution, the letters can't be docketed. So we have two competing, I think, judicial documents, and being in a trial, so too bad, too sad. What bothers me is that Live Nation has not even put in a redacted copy of the letters. They've pretty much thumbed their nose, as they have throughout. So Rick Mueller, possibly his lawyer from California. There's another issue. Live Nation has moved to strike the entire testimony of the state's expert, Rosa Abrantes Metz. But their declaration and 7 exhibits are all sealed. We've opposed that, and that may come up as well. We're going to try to cover both. It's not going to be easy, but we're going to do it. First, we're going to run across the street. So those are two big things. There's also, on the hype front, some may remember Tony Buzbee. I remember walking up that very street during the Diddy trial and in the run-up to the Diddy trial. Tony Buzbee, Houston-based lawyer with shark sculpture in his office, was sued by Jay-Z for one of his complaints that I think was dropped or dismissed. It was filed in Alabama, but it's getting moved to SDNY. We wrote about it yesterday, and we're going to be following it. Sean Carter versus Tony Buzbee, coming to a court near you soon. Let's turn financial. We dropped it. We turned the corner. Citigroup seems to be turning the corner. Now, they're widely rumored to be in the market for a regional bank. Back in the game. They see the deregulatory moves, and they want in. Well, the Fed wants them in. The Fed has put Jane Fraser on its Federal Advisory Council. Now, the Fed may claim that's not a conflict of interest, having a major mega bank advising it, as they would be applying to do a merger. But we say that it is. We said it on Stockyards Bank, Ocean First Bank, and we'll just have to see. We wrote that one up. You can read it. The UN today, it being the first of the month, the U.S. desultory month of March atop the Security Council, virtue signaling, nothing accomplished, no reforms of UN corruption. Well, they're now being replaced by Bahrain. We wrote to Bahrain. We tried to. Bahrain has a website, the Bahrain Mission to the UN. Go to it, and you'll find that the only contact is a form. But you'll find that the form doesn't take anything in. Annals of diplomacy. They have a chatbot, though, as people tend to do these days. Except there's no response to the chatbot. So that's Bahrain. We've asked. We're going to keep pushing. At the UN, they've given Tony Guterres. He's given UNRWA to Christian Saunders, a man who stood by as Inner City Press was roughed up and thrown out of the UN. A man who's a censor and a wastrel is now in charge of UNRWA. It's perfect. Birds of a feather. We're going in. Mangione and Live Nation, 11 a.m. How will we do it? We will do it. To be continued.